WSBT 22 News at 6.
Stop.
Tension in the Elkhart Schools High Ability Program has one family leaving the district.
Indiana school districts are required to offer a high ability program to K through 12 students who test well and meet some other specifications. Operation Education Investigator Tolly Taylor is at the live desk. And Tolly, this was a little complicated to investigate.
It really was, Todd and Jennifer. And we're starting our look tonight with Michelle Corich and her daughter. Corich told me why she thinks Elkhart's high ability program has gone in the wrong direction. She says she's been trying to get Elkhart schools to change for more than 2 years. On September 8th, she attended the Elkhart School Board meeting as a last hope. Now, she switched her child to a different school district.
I initiated the transfer because of that board meeting.
To understand Corich's story, you have to go back to the fall of 2015. Her daughter tested into Elkhart's high ability program as a first grader. Middle schoolers have honors classes and high schoolers have advanced placement classes. But elementary students can test into high ability classes and programming. Corich says Elkhart's 3 high ability elementary schools didn't have room initially, so her daughter received supplemental high ability teaching. Finally, as her daughter was entering 4th grade in 2018, Pinewood Elementary had room in its high ability program.
And that's when we discovered there isn't a program.
Corich says after 2 weeks of her daughter not bringing back homework, she started asking questions. The Indiana Department of Education mandates that all school districts identify high ability students in K through 12 and provide certain services. Corich says she's not frustrated with her daughter's teachers.
The teachers are not being supported. They're having to look up material. That's not the job of a teacher. It's the job of a school board.
Steve Thalheimer took over as Elkhart superintendent in January 2019. Corich says she and her husband met with Thalheimer for an hour and a half that month to talk about the high ability program. He said he would have to look into it, she says, and she calls that a fair statement at the time.
A year and a half later, I don't think that's a fair statement.
In the year and a half since that meeting with Thalheimer, Corich says she's been persistent in trying to get results for her daughter.
We've gone to school board meetings. We've gone to high ability parent meetings. We've gone to planning meetings for them.
After pushing for more defined high ability curriculum during her daughter's 4th and 5th grade years, Corich once again took her frustration to the school board meeting on September 8th.
And we felt dismissed.
She texted the school board president, Kelly Mullins, after the meeting. Her text read, "Solved my issue, transferred to another district." Mullins replied in part, "When I went home and talked to my husband, that is exactly what I thought you needed to do. Put her somewhere that she can get fed what she needs. Ultimately, your number one concern is her, and you are her greatest advocate."
It was equally as dismissive. She discussed the situation with her husband, and she thought it was a good idea that we just left the district.
I spoke with Elkhart Assistant Superintendent of Exceptional Learners, Tony England, about the text message Corich received.
She reads that as the district giving up on her and her child.
I don't know the relationship between Mrs. Mullins and Mrs. Corich, and so it'd be difficult for me to answer that question.
England says he reached out to Corich and her husband with this message.
We would welcome them to continue to be at our school district. We'd be willing to listen to what they have to say.
Mullins sent a statement explaining that she's had a personal relationship with Corich for many years. She says she stands by her words as president and that the board works hard to meet the needs of every child. She says, quote, "We recognize that sometimes a parent may not be happy, and we continuously strive to partner with parents to improve. More than once, Ms. Corich was asked to join our High Ability Guiding Coalition, a small group of dedicated individuals who help determine the direction of our high ability program, to which she repeatedly declined." Corich claims her communication with Mullins has been, quote, "business or school related." You can read the full statement from Mullins at WSBT.com. At the live desk, I'm Tolly Taylor, WSBT 22 News.
Kelly, thank you. On Wednesday, we will hear from Elkhart school leaders and parents about the specifics of the high ability program and how it's changed over the years. If you have a story that you'd like Kelly to look into, you can call or email our Operation Education Tips line.